It says we're live once again. Happy Monday. Happy last Monday of 2020. Ooh, how significant is that? Hello, all of you. I see you all talking over in the live chat. If you're watching this on the recording, I go live every Monday, 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern, and we talk about stuff. Today, I want to talk about your frustrations. Like I am in several of the eBay e-commerce related groups. And so I'm seeing a lot of frustration. I'm seeing a lot of themes in that frustration. So I thought, let's see if we can sort some of this stuff out and solve some problems and figure out how do we get through the frustrating times as an online seller. Because they're going to happen. They're going to happen. And I'm looking like from Wisconsin, which means you probably have snow. A lot of you probably have snow right now. I just cranked my heater up to 78 degrees. I am so bad. I hate being cold. And then I started thinking, like, am I going to cook the birds? Like, no, I think they'll be okay. But yeah, hello. Thank you all for being here live. We do have a live chat going on. So as we're going into this topic, now I know some of the things and I'll start with those, but you guys tell me what, and it doesn't just have to be like right now, this time of year, what are the frustrations that you face sometimes on a regular basis with selling on eBay and Etsy and Poshmark and Mercari and Facebook Marketplace, like selling online? What are those frustrations? You had snow this morning, then warm weather and rain this afternoon. Wow. That's like schizophrenic weather right there. Awesome. Like, it's not bad here. It's cold. It's relatively cold for, where I live. Oh, Tiger Purple, you got your mystery box and you love it. Oh, you don't know how much I stress over those mystery boxes and making sure that the things I put in them are all things that you're going to love. So I love hearing that you loved it. Love it. All right. So one of the frustrations I want to talk about first, let's get it out of the way, is the shipping problems that have been happening and are still happening for some, and some of that anxiety about, having to give refunds and open, insurance claims with USPS and all of that. So I fortunately have seen that all but like 2 of the things that I sent out on eBay sales have made it. And I've had several of the claims, the item not received claims that have gone through eBay. I've had those closed because now the tracking shows delivered. So I see it sorting itself out, at least on my end, but I know, and sometimes it's hard for us to think about this, but eBay is on a global level. And let's just take, United States sellers. And I know I have some of you from Canada and stuff, but in the US, where we have our United States Postal Service, it's having all the issues. It's been a crazy year. It has been a crazy year. And I won't go into all the details. And we've talked about that before, but things were not getting delivered. Now, as I said, I think I said this on Friday, that, the big crunch is over. People got their Christmas presents mailed out. So now what we're going to see is a period of time where they can get caught up. And I think this is going to be a big week of things getting delivered, weather allowing. And now we've got, like storms and snowstorms and all that stuff going on. But I do think we're going to see things getting where they need to go. It's going to release some of that pressure. eBay has put some protections in place. They have extended out 10 days before you're going to get dinged on a claim. I know it can still happen. And But this is one of those, this is what I want to talk about. There are simply some things that are just out of our control. Like we can get all upset and agitated and go out and, yell on social media about how bad eBay is and I'm leaving eBay and it's not fair. But at the end of the day, that's not constructive for your business. What is constructive is figuring out how you deal with this issue. So if you were part of a big corporation, you would sit down in a boardroom with your main people and your advisors, and you'd come up with a plan. You'd come up with like, here's the problem. How do we deal with this? Now, we're not big corporations. We're a lot of times me, myself, and I, right? But I want you to have that same mindset. Sit down as if you are in a board meeting and go, okay, separate it. It's not personal. It's not personal. eBay doesn't really know who you are. They don't know what's going on in your life. Frankly, they don't care. And I mean, that sounds cold, but they can't. They can't. They have millions of sellers. Is it millions or is it million something? I know they have over 1 million sellers. So they cannot keep track of what's going on in each one of your lives and at what level you're at and what's causing you to delay in shipping. So gotta just take that whole like they don't care about me thing. That's a very emotional thing. You have to separate that out and you have to go, okay, here is the issue that's happening in my business. Here is, A, B, C, how this can go down. How can it affect my business? And what is the best course of action for me to take that is best for my business? And see, this is the mindset I want to get you guys into is eBay is always going to do what's best for eBay. They're a big corporation and they have to look at the big picture of their revenue, their margins, their stockholders, keeping all that running smooth, right? So you need to do the same thing for you. What is best for your business? And that can be something different for every single one of you. So just think about it in the shipping thing. And then I will tell you how I dealt with it. Now, some of you know that from Friday, I did announce that I am moving. The movers come on Thursday. So I am in mad scramble packing mode. Now, I have had a new frustration. eBay changed from vacation settings, which we used to be able to do. And that was like, you could shut down your store and you could take your things off sale. And there would be a message that told people, hey, this seller's on vacation. They'll be back on blah, blah, blah. Well, we can no longer do that. Now they have this thing called time away. Now it works similarly, but here's what I discovered. Now I was all set to take my store offline, like do the time away on right before I went to San Diego. So on the 16th, I think I did it on the 15th, actually, to give myself a little leeway there. So I thought I was closing my store up and there was a message because you do set a message. And I thought the message would be out there to tell people that I'm just on vacation. No. eBay in its infinite wisdom did not program it to put that message up if you hide your items from sale. So what I ended up doing, because I was getting all of these messages, I was getting comments on YouTube. I was getting messages in my Facebook Messenger. I was getting emailed messages through. It was a little bit crazy for me. I was getting emails. And so I thought, wow, people think I'm out of business. So I went in and I changed it to make my items still visible for sale. But now the message shows that, and I can show you what that looks like. Let me show you. So it looks like this. Let me blow that up so you can actually see it. Oh, wrong. Why do I always do that to myself? I blow up the wrong screen here. All right. See that message? So it says, and I just had to go and reset this because I thought I would be able to open back up by Monday, and that's not going to happen. So I put this seller is away until Saturday, January 9th, expected delay in delivery until they return. So this is eBay's new way of handling this instead of just letting you put your store on vacation. And you'll see that, all my items are here for sale. And if you go into any one of those items, you can see the message is also there, and you can see the delivery time is just changed. All right. So hold on. Where am I? Here I am. That's how they've handled that. I've already believe me, I was frustrated. I wanted to just hide my items because I need to pack my inventory. And now I'm shipping out 9 things today that sold because today was the last day that I thought I was coming back and I couldn't reset it. And that's what the message said. Oh my gosh, it's just been a frustration. But here's the thing. What I gained through this experience and this frustration was knowledge on how to handle it next time. So this is what I want you to kind of get to, that stuff's going to happen, but take that stuff as a building block in your business that you now know how to deal with this thing that comes up, right? Now I know how to do this time away thing that is best for my business, which is extended out much further than I think I'm coming back, because you can always end it early. But that way I don't look like I'm out of business. Now, I have been told by the eBay executives that I have vocalized this frustration to, that this is something that they are going to fix in the early spring. I'm guessing in like the seller update, the spring seller update, which of course I've come back and told them my frustration at that. It was like, you guys, this is like super important. I mean, it's not important to eBay, obviously. It's one of those things. And it's like, okay, don't they care? No, they're going to do what's best for eBay. I mean, and it just is. It's not emotional. It just is. And I'm going to go back here and see if I missed some of your messages as I was doing that, because I can't talk to you in the camera and read the chat at the same time. So I just wanted to come over here, pop over here and see if I missed anything. Oh, Lolo, you got your mystery box too. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, Jen S. I don't want you to quit. Here's the thing. And because I see this in my group a lot too, is people saying that they're going to leave eBay or they're going to quit. And you have to be careful. If you're going to do that, you do it for the right reasons, not just because you're frustrated. If there's a problem that can be solved, let's solve it. I've been doing this for 22 years now. And there was a time where I did shut down for about a year. I did it. I closed my store. I kind of just gave eBay a hiatus. And that was good for me. And there was a reason for it at the time. So I'm not saying that it's not something you should consider, but I know people are needing extra income right now, and eBay is still one of the best games in town for that. So if it's something we can help you manage, let's do that, because it's good money. It's good money to sell on eBay. Melissa says, I saw something on Facebook about Chicago USPS parcels ending up in garbage cans. Believe it or not, those stories happen all during the year. There's always going to be some problems with, some mad delivery person or something. Or take all those stories with a grain of salt, because people love to spread bad news. That is just a fact. Facebook is a perfect example of that. People love, love, love the drama of bad news. And then it's like, what is it? Misery loves company. And then you get a bunch of people upset about something. And like, that can be very, very toxic to stay in kind of that environment. So we have to be careful of feeding our brains that stuff, because there is way more good news. There's way more good news, but good news doesn't sell. Good news doesn't get the likes and the shares and all of that. So got to be careful. Got to be careful. Yep. Let's see. Yep. We know buyers don't read, but I think in this circumstance, and I'm kind of like pointing to my screen that you can't see anymore. In this circumstance, the buyers who matter, the ones looking to see if I'm out of business, do read, that message. And then the ones that don't read, and if they order something and they don't get it in time, that's on them. It's not on me. It's not on me, because it's all there. I'm protected. Like if they want to return it, they're going to have to pay for it. So, or if they cancel, they cancel. It's okay. Your frustration is that a lot of changes they make have no bearing on selling or money. Example, the packing slip, the listing format, clicking on your followers. Why? Their explanation made no sense. So Elaine, help me understand what changes you're referring to as far as the packing slip, the listing format. Listing format, I've seen major improvements in that. As far as the required item specifics, I understand their reasoning behind that. I've worked with the chief technical officer at eBay. It was a few years back, but we've had some sit downs because we were working with them to develop more of not UPC codes for one-offs, but a system to make one-offs more uniform for eBay to find them. So I've been in on some of those discussions and the behind the scenes stuff. And so I do get what they're doing with that. That they rolled it out in fourth quarter, there's my frustration, which they just don't get that. The fourth quarter, don't do it. Don't do it to us, eBay. I want to get an eBay store. Should I set up first or list a bunch of items? No, set your store up so that as you're listing your items, you can move them into your category. Set your categories up. Put those items right into those categories. Why not just, it'll motivate you too. Here's the thing. It'll motivate you because you're paying that store fee. So you're going to want to fill it up as quickly as possible. So it's motivation. It's motivation to get the store. I'm a big advocate of having the store. I saw a video the other day of a FedEx freight truck getting hit by a train. I saw that too. All the boxes exploded everywhere. There was no way my package could get lost. So one way that I got it. I got what you're saying there. I'll put that comment up there. Yeah. And you know what? That is what the insurance is for. I'm sure that FedEx is very aware of what packages were on that truck. And I'm sure that they salvaged as many as they could. But they'll pay those claims. There's no doubt they're going to pay those claims. So up this chat, where does it go? Okay. One of your biggest challenges is the bookkeeping and logging in of items for inventory and sales tracking takes too much time. So you break that down. Okay. So we're talking about it takes too much time. So what is it taking too much time away from? And is this one of those items that perhaps you can have somebody else do for you? See, we need to bring in people sometimes in our business that can fill in our weaknesses. Mine is bookkeeping too. I am hiring. Actually, I am in the process right now of figuring out who that person's going to be, but I am getting somebody to help me manage keeping track, not just keeping track and logging in and that stuff, but helping advise me on how much I should spend on a new camera, how much I should spend on inventory per month. Like those are the pieces that I'd never quite get. And so this year I'm hiring somebody to help me with that, because it isn't just paying money for somebody to do it. It's investing so that it makes me more money in the future. So anything that you invest in like that should bring you a return. Hiring somebody to help with the listings should mean that you are making more money now in your business. It's how you scale, because now you just can't do more than you're doing. But my system right now is pretty simple. It is a Google sheet. Let me see if I can pull it up. Stand by. I will show you what my Google sheet looks like. Maybe I can get this pulled up here. Where is my Google sheet? Okay. It's funny because I titled it eBay New Start because it was my new start. Like, this is the first year that I've actually done this kind of a spreadsheet. I'm going to go to one where I've actually sold some stuff. Okay, here we go. Let me share this again. So here is my spreadsheet. And let me just remove that so you can see everything here. So this is what I do. For this instance, I went to an estate sale on this date. This is for me, like if it's going to the booth or if I'm going to put it in auction format, just a column I made there. What I paid for it, so I can log it all right in here. And this is actually where I create my item titles. I've said that before, but you don't need to. The thing is, if you use your item title, it's super easy to go back in here and then update it. And then this is what I have listed it for. Now the ones in green are sold. So you can see I didn't actually get that much for it. I got that much for it. Sometimes I get more for it because I listed it a little higher than I thought I was going to. And then I track out all of my fees. And I don't know why these are not cooperating. Look at that. Let's fix that right now because that's kind of making my little OCD go wild. So you see all my fees. This is when I still had PayPal fees. So that's still on there. I won't have that for 2021, which is cool. And then I've got a little formula in here that takes the total collected, okay? Total collected minus total fees, and it tells me what my net profit is. Now I take each one of these shopping things here. That's where it says kind of what I'm hoping to get. Here's my running total. And then it tells me, am I in the red or am I in the black on this? And actually this has not been updated for a few weeks. So I have sold a couple more of these things that I need to get updated. But you can see I still need to sell $24 more of stuff in order to be in the profit on that thing. And I don't do the keeping track of the sales part. Let me put myself back on here. I have a virtual assistant that goes in. She gets paid $12 per 20 lines of stuff. We kind of figured out like that was about an hour's worth of work. And that's how we do it. And it's really easy for me then to go in there and see. I had to hand that part of it over because I just couldn't keep up with it. But that's been pretty simple and doesn't take a whole lot of time. Does not take a whole lot of time. Okay. Going back through these messages. Oh, I didn't even know that you couldn't print a packing slip anymore. You should still be able to get a packing slip. Wait a minute. Really? You can't get a packing slip anymore? Let me look at something. I'm not doubting you. I just didn't know that they removed that ability. I don't do packing slips. That's why I'm like, print, shipping labels, and invoices. I can't show you the screen because it's got customer info on it. But I am looking here. You absolutely can still do a packing slip. I just went, I've got one here right in front of me. I can print it out. I can't show it to you because it's got my customer's information on it, but you absolutely. So here's what you do. You go into your things that need to be shipped. Oh, let me go back so I can give you the exact steps. So from the things that need to be shipped, you choose on the very left-hand side, there's a little arrow where you can drop down. It right next to it it says print shipping label, but right next to it is a little drop down arrow. You open that up. The third one down says print shipping labels or invoices. You select that, and then you go down about 3 little dots, and there's invoice/packing slip. Continue, and boom, you can print your packing slip. And the message that's on that packing slip, you set that up in your buyer communication. So you absolutely can still print your packing slips. Yep. Let's see. So this overstuffed house, you say, I have had such a, I always forget to do this. I've had such a rough December. My poor eBay store and Etsy stores are half empty, and I'm behind in shipping from live sales. Bad health and crazy work schedule have waffled me this month. And you know what? I'm really glad that you made this comment, because this is something I'm guilty of, and this is something I think a lot of you are guilty of, is beating yourself up for not being good enough, for not meeting up to some expectation that you have put on yourself, or you've compared yourself to what somebody else can get done. So I want to encourage you to not be so hard on yourself, and give yourself credit for what you do get done. Give yourself credit that you even have an eBay or an Etsy store. Give yourself credit for doing live sales. Hey, I know how hard it is to get those live sale purchases packaged up and out the door. Believe me, it's a whole lot of stuff to do all at once. So be nice to yourself. Be gentle. Be gentle to yourselves, guys. Okay, and Jen's saying, I don't make enough to afford to bring on help yet, but that's okay. Yeah, so make it a goal. Make a goal to get to. And then a lot of times we don't think we make enough to hire somebody. So be careful you don't stay stuck in that rut of, once you get that person, you can now use that time you were spending on that task and do more of the money-making part of your business. So think of it that way, okay? Because for me, I make my money in the buy. I make my money going out and finding the stuff, titling the stuff, and pricing the stuff. Those are my money makers. So I've now taken that, put it onto a spreadsheet that now somebody else has the money-making part that I've done, and they can now do the busy work so I can get more of it done and more of the money-making part done. Okay. Google's not cooperating. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Google spreadsheets are super easy. I'm not an Excel person. Excel boggles my brain. Google spreadsheets, I can do all day long. So if you think it's just like an Excel and you suck at Excel, trust me, Google spreadsheets is way easier, and you can do it. You can do it. I think I'm way behind on the comments. I know I'm way behind on the comments. Okay, I got to get caught up. Let me just skim through here. I don't want to miss something. So if I miss something that you really wanted me to address, just say it again. Otherwise, I'm never going to get caught up. Okay. You made a light box last week for picks. Yay for you. That's a win. It's one of those things I talked about on Friday. Give yourselves credit. Give yourselves credit for, even if you think it's a little thing. Little things build up to big things. Nothing is done. Let me give an example. Let me give something really, really a big eBay. eBay did not become what it is overnight. It happened in the garage. One guy, one idea, little programming thing, got some friends on board, started inviting some other collectors in, and it grew. And there was lots of mistakes made and lots of really horrible stuff in the beginning, but now look at it. Look at it. It is the number 2 marketplace in the world. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. Who knew? Who knew? And I know a lot of you go, yeah, I don't have aspirations of anything that big. But I want to tell you, give yourself a big goal. Give yourself why are you holding back from what you really, really want to achieve? Think big. Because here's the thing. if you don't make it to that goal, you've still gone miles from where you thought you could go because you set the goal. Okay. And I know several of you have talked about, back when I had the Danny App Academy or the Niche to Profit Academy years ago, we did a lot of goal setting. We did, the SMART goals and vision boards and all of that. And I will tell, and I think some of you are over in the chat right now, when you put it up there visually, when you set yourself up for that success, you made it, you did it, you accomplished it. So I want to encourage you guys, like, don't think small in your goals, because what's the worst thing that's going to happen? The worst thing that's going to happen, you're not going to reach whatever that goal was. And that's okay. That goes back to that don't beat yourself up thing. Don't beat yourself up if you don't make it. Yeah, the Instagram, Instagram is one of my goals for 2021. And some of you have probably seen that I'm trying to post on there now, and I'm learning this whole hashtag thing, and it's still a little foreign to me, but I have put it off so long. And I think, wow, had I just done one post a day, if I'd have made it a goal for one post a day a year ago, I'd have 365 posts on there. But I can start now, and I can't go back and beat myself up for something I didn't do, right? If something bad happens, you'll call me. Okay. What are you going to call me? Yeah, Lightbox is important. There's things in your business that are super important and that can actually make it so you make more money. I mean, that's the goal of this thing. Make more money. I mean, I don't even know how you sell on Instagram. I'm not there yet. I'm not even there yet. I'm just trying to get posts on Instagram. So I didn't get a ring light until halfway through this year. I've always used just the soft light boxes on the side, because frankly, I turn the ring light off a lot because it throws that little ring onto glass and stuff that I don't like that in my pictures. So I can see the ring light being really good for things that don't reflect. But if you sell a lot of things that reflect, you might find that the ring light is not going to be all you think it is. Yeah, Pierre became a billionaire at the age of 31. Yeah. Yeah, he used to live here in Vegas, and then he moved to Hawaii. He can do whatever he wants. Yep, he's not even on the board anymore. Yeah, my daughter and I talk about this. I have no aspirations of being a multimillionaire. That's not what I want for my life. What I want for my life is a nice nest egg that gives my children security as they grow up, that I don't ever have to want for a place to live or a car to drive or food on the table. I want to be comfortable. I don't need to be super rich. That's never been a goal of mine. I want to do well enough that I don't have to worry. That's it. That's it for me. I want enough money in a savings that, God forbid, if the economy collapses tomorrow, I've still got my family okay. Right now, we are in uncertain times. So it was really funny when I was going to look at this house that I'm renting, and I fill out the application, and then they want you to provide a pay stub. And I looked at her and I'm like, I don't have pay stubs. I said, but I can show you what I make, and I can show you my bank accounts to verify that those amounts are going into the bank. And my income comes from about 4 different places. I get YouTube income, I get eBay income, I get child support and alimony, and then I have what am I trying to say? Oh, my off eBay sales, like the live sales and stuff, and all of that. So I'm showing her all the numbers, and she wanted to charge me a higher deposit. And I looked at her and I said, you do realize that my income is far more stable than anybody who could present you with a W-2 pay stub right now. Like, I can't fire myself. I don't even know what to say to that. It's like, if I show you a pay stub, that doesn't mean I don't walk in tomorrow and get handed a pink slip and I'm out of work. So she finally came to it and realized, but yeah, it's a little crazy. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to address that. So you're worried about having a lot of inventory, the economy crashing, and getting stuck with stuff you can't sell. Like I said, I have been doing this for 22 years, and I have been in the buying and selling industry longer than that. And never in my lifetime have I ever seen that happen. And I've been through the recession in the 2000s, the marketing crash, like nobody had money. I still did well selling used goods online, because here is the thing. We're selling used goods. Retailers, top-end retailers, are going to be the ones who are going to have a hard time, but we have a flexibility with amazing profit margins, which is what I always teach you guys is, and people get mad at me because I complain about when Goodwill price is too high. And it's because Goodwill is servicing the secondary market. They are not the end market. They can't be full retail. That's not who their customer is. And we are their customer, and they need to be savvy to that and all of that. If they're going, if they're closing stores and going out of business, it's because they're not paying attention to who their customer is. So, and I would say the same thing to you. Like, we have flexibility in this. People are always going to need clothing. They're always going to buy clothing, and they want nice clothing. So they're going to look for a bargain. We give them that bargain. They want nice things in their house. They want household items. They want shoes. They want and need all of this stuff. No matter what the economy does, people still want this stuff. So we are in an absolutely beautifully positioned business right now to make it through whatever is thrown at us. And so I just want you guys to keep that in mind and just be savvy and smart about the things that you're buying. And don't get things that are mass marketed. Don't get things that, there's hundreds of them out there for under $10. Those are not good things to be selling in your business unless you're going to sell a whole lot of them. Yard sale. That's the plan. Yep. Have a fabulous yard sale. That's what I'm super excited about my new house. I can actually do a big yard sale. Yeah. I actually want to mostly turn my focus into sourcing stuff for you guys. I hear a lot of people say, my Goodwills don't have anything and I can never find anything to sell. Like, I want to put together big boxes of stuff for you guys to go out there and resell. It's kind of like why I started doing the mystery boxes, to see, I mean, just to see, or if you guys were interested first in that kind of thing. And then, like, what can I put in these that I still have to make a little profit, obviously, and then you guys need to make a profit. So I've been playing with that, and I think it's going to work quite well. So don't ever worry, about not being able to get inventory. And if you have a lot of inventory, whatever's going to happen is not going to happen tomorrow. Like, list now. Live in today. Live as your business is today. Plan for what could happen tomorrow. Be ready to pivot. But we are in an absolutely remarkable time for online sellers. Let's think about this. Spring of this year is usually, the after Christmas, spring, March through about August is the slowdown for most sellers. This year, we had fourth quarter sales in second quarter because of all of the lockdowns and the shutdowns. And you hear about how many people don't have money, but you know what? People are still spending their money. They have money, We just have a lot of people that don't have really good money management skills. A lot of people are probably putting stuff on credit cards they shouldn't, but that's not your problem. What other people choose to do with their money resources is not your guilt to hold. They are making a choice to spend that money and buy stuff. And no matter what you do, you're not going to stop them. So they might as well buy from you, right? No guilt in that. No guilt in that. Ship you a fire and light mystery box. If I could find enough fire and light, I'd do that. Yeah. Yeah. So you are an online seller whose business is to sell things to people. So don't hold on to any guilt or responsibility for what people choose to spend on things. I price my items on the high side. I see a lot, well, this item is all over the board. Choose the highest 10%. If it's all over the board, go with the higher price, because there's a lot of sellers who don't understand that they can do that and they price low. Some sellers just want to get rid of stuff. There's a lot of people who are just selling stuff just to get rid of it. They don't care about profit margins and stuff. So you have to position yourself as a business and make business decisions based on what you need to get out of your business. Yeah. Ready for Valentine's Day sales? Sadly, yes. That's the next place we're going. The stores here are it's already Valentine's Day in the stores. Yeah. Only good thing about Valentine's Day is chocolate. We'll go with that. And the day after, when all the chocolate goes on sale. That's what I live for, right? All right. Okay, what other frustrations? Come on, let's get them out there. I found this really cool quote. Let me figure out how I get to it and show it to you. Let me see if I can. Oh, good. I can. All right, check this out. Check this out. Now, I love Dave Ramsey anyway. I have followed his debt snowball advice and all of that. So I'm a big follower of Dave Ramsey. And he works on making people millionaires, and not in the sense of being mega rich or anything like that, but being insecure. Being a millionaire means you're secure. You've got that kind of net worth, you're going to be okay. And $1 million anymore is not, it's not going to get you super far. But success is not a gleaming, shiny mountain. It's a pile of mistakes that you're standing on instead of buried under. Do not give up. It will all be worth it. I love this. I love this so much. Just do that. Keep it up. Oh, why did that do that? Cover me up. All right, I'll just go back to me. How's that? All right. And too often what happens is we let all of those mistakes bury us. It goes back to what I was saying before. You make a mistake. You don't make money on something and you beat yourself up. You tell yourself, oh, maybe I'm not any good at this. Oh, maybe I can't do this. Oh, I see other people do this way better than me. Some of you are doing that. Probably did it today at some point. But you have to make mistakes in business. You have to let things go wrong in order to learn and grow. And like he says, stay on top of it. Just stay on top of it. Don't let those things bury you mentally or physically. The same goes for gathering enough for one thrifting haul video a week is fine. Yep. How do you figure out shipping costs from home? What items do you need to purchase, and will they pick up your packages from your home, or do you actually need to go to the post office? So shipping questions are something I get a lot of, and shipping scares a lot of people away from selling online. So to figure out the shipping costs, you don't need to. The only thing you need to do when you are creating an eBay listing is know the approximate dimensions and the weight. And the way I do it is I take the item. I'll do this and I'll show you, because this was my birthday present from Rachel. She made me a goat. She modeled me a little clay goat. Okay, so let's say I'm listing and going to ship this. All right, so I know that this is going to fit inside less than 12 by 12 by 12. So I'm good there. No chance of going oversized. That's only when it really matters. If the item you're listing is like 11 or 12 inches in one dimension, this is what I say to do then. Take the item and add 2 inches to each side and put that as your shipping dimension. Okay? So we got our dimensions. For the weight, weigh the item, and then all you need to do is know approximately what the packaging is going to weigh. So a good rule of thumb is for small boxes, add 6 to 8 ounces. And for larger boxes, add up to a pound. And really, you just need to know if you're going to go over into that next pound increment, because the rates go from 1 to 2 pounds, 2 to 3 pounds, 3 to 4 pounds, etc. And then you're good. That's it. That's all you got to figure out how to do. You don't need to know the actual shipping cost. So 8 of 10 of your early December sales have resulted in refunds. So why did you do those refunds? I mean, I get it. People are opening claims, but eBay has given you a 10-day window past the time when the item should have been delivered. So did you wait that 10 days before these escalated? And was there a scan along the way at any point? Because eBay has protections in place right now for sellers. This is what I'm telling people. Do not refund. Do not refund. Yeah, I have. You want to know, okay, do I have a scale? Yes. Whoops. There it is. You want a scale. You need a scale. You can get a digital scale from Amazon for about 25 bucks. Okay. 25 bucks is what you need to invest for this. Or let me show you. This is still my favorite. I use this to this day. I'm looking for another one like this. This is what's next to my desk up here. I love this because I don't have to turn it on. It's always ready for me to set something on it. This particular one goes by ounces. I can weigh something up to 10 pounds to the ounce. And this just sits next to me and I love it. And it's very accurate. Yeah. So yes, a scale. Oh, where's my, here we go. You guys are talking fast today. But yeah, you want a scale for sure. Okay, let's solve this problem, Lois. Where am I going wrong? I still have people choosing the wrong package size and or choosing envelopes items won't work for. Don't give them those options. You select the options to show people when you're creating the listing. Let me get to where I can. Hold on, stand by. I'm going to pull up one of my drafts. Okay. And I am going to go down to the shipping part. Yep, I know I need to share my screen. Give me 1 second here. I want to just keep this fine-tuned focused right here. Okay. Here we are in the shipping portion of any listing that you make. I'm going to blow that up a little bit. Okay. So down here, you'll see I do calculated. The cost varies by buyer location. You have different choices there. Do the calculated. This happens to be a first class item. So that's my first choice. Look at all these choices that you select for these people. Now, if you have business policies, you've selected what to have in that business policy as an option. These are the only 2 options that this buyer will be able to see. I can offer additional services. I can offer any of this, but I don't do it. So that's, where am I? So that's what you need to make sure is when you're creating your listings, you're not giving them anything other than the options you want them to see. Amazon, buy that scale on Amazon, Amazon.com. I'm sorry, eBay, but that's the best place to get something quickly and know what, I mean, commodity items, it's Amazon all the way. Yeah, so it's in your business policy. And even in your business policies, number one, I have another account where I had business policies. I just opted out of those. I got out of business policies because they're kind of antiquated. It's something they haven't really kept up with. They introduced it and then went back to the old way afterwards. But you can either opt out of your business policies, or you can go in and edit your business policy. And you can do that at the time you're making the listing too. There's a little edit button. Yep. So you've selected all those ways for them to see. What do I use for my return address? I am getting a P.O. box. I've been bad. I've given my home address, and I started to realize that I need to not do that. So I'm giving for 20 years, I've always used my return address as my address. I've never worried about anybody showing up at my door. I'm getting a P.O. box because my videos go out to tens of thousands of people. And if they buy something from me, they could be doing it to get my address. I don't know. It's a little bit, I've actually gotten some kind of stalker type messages, which just had me get a little more savvy. So my new address will not be public anywhere. It will be a P.O. box. Yep. Post office sells postal scales. I would bet they're not the best price, though. I don't think I'd buy one from the post office. Yeah. So I know I do. I need a P.O. box. Get a lot of people asking for my address. So, yep. I thought, it's such a hassle to go down and pick up my mail. And okay, Danny, you just need to do it. And I think what I'm going to do is go to a place that will also accept my USPS packages. And I don't know if they do it at these places, but scan them in or make sure they're scanned in. So that actually could be an added plus. You want to print your own labels. You never want to go to and stand in line at the post office. And Sue, it sounds like you're brand new to this. I'd encourage you to come over to my Facebook group over. It's Niche to Profit on eBay, Etsy, and more. Lots of experienced sellers, new sellers, everybody helping everybody. Very positive focus, problem solving. Yeah, and I paid $25 is what I paid off of Amazon. Because I buy them for the ladies that I help get set up. So I fix them up with a scale, because that's the number one thing. You've got to have a scale. Unless you are super good at holding something in your hand and going. Now I've gotten really good at knowing what 50 pounds is because of my suitcases. I test myself and I call it when I get to the airport. I'm like, that one right there is 46 pounds. And I'm usually within a pound. It's I buy, 40, 45 pound bags of dog food too. So I kind of judge it by that. Yeah. So yes, so this is my moving week. The movers officially come on Thursday. I still haven't packed up my inventory. Still have to do that. I haven't packed up all of my house. Still have to do that. I have some friends coming tomorrow to help. And yeah. So my internet's going in at the new house on Thursday afternoon. And we're doing a live sale on Friday. And this will be my last live from this location. The next time you see me live, I will be in my new office. Yes. Yeah, you don't need a scale that goes up to 330 pounds. Definitely don't. Yep. Yep. I just don't like the digital scale because I have to wake it up. I want something boom, I want to know what it weighs. Yeah. I use a digital scale for my shipping because I'm doing a whole bunch, at once, and the new setup for my shipping, you're going to get to see me print the labels too. I know that's something that you guys have wanted to see. So Yeah, moving's not fun. I've sadly gotten used to it over the years. That's what happens when you rent, right? A new scale, a thermal printer, a tape gun, and more shelving. Oh, the thermal printer will be life-changing for you. That thermal printer, that, and the other big thing that a lot of people don't think about is the desktop shipping tape holder, versus the tape gun. I use them both. I mean, the tape gun for finishing the packages, but if you just need a piece of tape for like the bubble wrap or whatever, that desktop holder is amazing. It's amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, the Rollo. The Rollo is the one I have, the Rollo printer. Yeah, highly recommend. All right, guys. So we will have a live sale on Friday. Don't worry. I've already got all the stuff together for it. I've already been setting up my office on the other end. I've had access to the house for a little bit now. And that's where I actually did my fan mail unboxing. I don't know. Some of you were like, that's a different room than you're usually in. Well, yeah, I was in that new room. But yeah, we will be going live on Friday with jewelry and small stuff this week. I'm very excited for 2021. I really am. It's this year, it's been tough. It's been a tough year, lots of tough stuff going on. And I'm one who just really loves fresh starts, and January 1st is like fresh start. And so let's do this. Let's take on 2021 like in a big way, because it's going to be a really good time for online sellers. Everything that's happened this year has taught people to shop online, buy online, get connected online. So let's do it. Let's do it. All right, you guys. With that, go be profitable and make it fun. And we'll see you Friday. Well, you see me in videos before Friday, but we'll see you live on Friday. All right. Bye.